Good news is I'm no longer having difficulty breathing. Bad news is it now hurts to breathe. And unfortunately for me, anyway, as I was saying, unfortunately for me, talking seems to trigger my cough, which of course makes it super painful. So you may be wondering, why the fuck are you recording this video now? And the simple answer is because the whole point of recording these videos is to share the journey as it's happening rather than retrospectively after it happened. So I'm enduring a little pain just to record this video so I can capture it in the moment. So let me just explain kind of what happened over the last few days. So last week and a half, had trouble breathing. Not a lot, just enough that I could sense it, like it was always there in the background, like I'm always having a little issue. And it's like I can't fully, fill my lungs normally, and it's always kind of there in the background. And over the last couple of days, it's gotten both better and worse. So the difficulty breathing, that's slowly gotten better. But I've also developed pain well, it's not in the ribs. It feels like it's in the ribs. It feels like a bruised rib, but this happened multiple months ago, and the doctor explained it's inside the lungs, but the body, the way you sense it, it feels like it's in the rib. So it's like sometimes it's like right now it's like right here, like right here. So yeah, spoke to my pivot nurse, explained the situation, and she's like, given your symptoms and everything, it's not serious enough for us to do anything. If it gets worse, make sure to let me know. And, if it's a weekend or something like that, or it gets really worse, or you're having really a hard time breathing, go to the emergency room and then we can do some tests. But until then, there's nothing really we can do. And the only way to determine what this is exactly would be to run tests like MRIs and stuff like that. And she's like, unless it's intense enough, severe enough that you have to go to the emergency room and get them there, we won't be able to schedule them in time. And I already have an MRI scheduled for next week. So she's like, the most logical thing to do is just wait. And, next week we'll do the tests. And by then, hopefully you'll be feeling better. And if not, then we can see and potentially, figure out what this is. So that's kind of been the thing, the verdict. So just wait and see what happens. The night before yesterday was the worst. It was bad. It was kind of like back when I had asthma, and I had to, I had trouble breathing. Well, not all night. It got better throughout the night, but it's like it was pretty intense enough that I couldn't just lie down normally. I had to like prop myself up on a bunch of pillows and spend the night, not being comfortable and not sleeping very well. And then the next morning, I was exhausted and wasn't feeling the best. But throughout the day, it got better. Unfortunately, throughout the day, the pain in my ribs, in my lungs got worse. So yesterday night wasn't that bad. Yesterday was the best day in a while. But this morning, for some reason, I don't know, I coughed wrong. I did something wrong. And it's just like triggered, like it made the pain like 5 times worse, which is why it now not just hurts when I cough, but it hurts to breathe. And the thing is, like, I would be worried, but I've had this in the past, and it's like I know what it is. Well, I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know where the pain's coming from, but I know it's from within the lungs. I've had this before. I spoke to my doctor and everything. It's like it's nothing to worry about. It's just pain. So it's like there's no need for me to be worried. It just really sucks because every single breath hurts. And the thing is, like, it's just ironic. It's like, oh, I can breathe normally again. I can breathe fully. But the more I inflate my lungs, the more that so the more that I inflate my lungs, the more that it hurts. So I end up breathing more shallowly anyway. So it's like, oh, okay, great. I'm back to not being able to breathe fully. And on top of that, I have pain. Nice. But that's the thing. It's like, I know there's nothing to worry about. I know everything's going to be fine. They're going to do like the MRI next week and everything is fine in the long run. So it doesn't change anything. I'm still grateful for this entire process, even though right now it really fucking sucks. But it's like this doesn't change anything. It's just part of the journey. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to make a super long video because this is painful to talk and I keep having to like contain myself because I know that if like I am too excited or I speak too much or I breathe too deeply, it's going to trigger the cough. So I don't want to keep talking forever, but yeah, this is the new update. So I went from having trouble breathing to it hurts to breathe and still a little trouble breathing. So definitely nothing to worry about. Like I appreciate all your concerns and comments and everything in the last video. I'm really, really grateful for that. But this is not bad news. It's just painful news. Ooh, hurts to laugh too. Well, that's new. Anyway, so yeah, that's been the update. I'll check back in whenever I have news. And hopefully next time it will be good news. I mean, definitely. Everything is good news if you wait long enough and you realize, like, oh, everything happened to bring me here and this is awesome. So everything is good news. So it's definitely going to be good news next time.